Hello student, welcome to Geography Chapter 3rd, Physiography and Drainage, Part 3. In this part we are going to learn Brazil. Even a cursory look at the map will make you realize that a large part of Brazil is occupied by highland. So you can see over here a large part, yellowish and brown color, is highland, which is called as plateau. Highland means the plateau, and small mountains. There are no high and long extending mountain in this country. So like India, we have Himalayan mountain. So Himalaya we have seen earlier in so many different ranges are there. Then Aravalli mountain we have seen long stretched. We have seen the Western Ghats, that is the Sahyadri mountains. Then we have Vindhyachal mountain, then Satpura ranges. So these are long and stretched mountain. Likewise, in Brazil, we cannot see the long extending mountain ranges, except the northern Amazon basin, and in the east, in the southwest, along the upper part of the Paraguay basin, there are no wide plains in the country. Even the coastal plain are restricted in their expanse. The physiographic division of Brazil are as follows. Number one, the highlands. We have seen already the highlands. Then the Great Escarpment. You can see the Great Escarpment over here. It's like a wall-like structure. Then coastal region. So Brazil's coast is quite long again, from North Atlantic Ocean towards the South Atlantic Ocean. Then we have the plains. Brazil is divided into two plains, that is the river Amazon plain, and again Parana Paraguay river. So here again the second plain is there, and then the last division is the island groups. So here we have island, that is Marazo Island, and some other small islands. So let us begin the first part, that is the highland. Once again I would like to tell you, highland means what we call here in India is plateau region. The southern Brazil is occupied by an extensive plateau. It is differently described as Brazilian highlands, or Brazilian shield, or Brazilian plateau. Brazilian and Guyana highlands together forms a core of South American continent. So Guyana highland you could see over here, and these together has formed the core of South American continent. The main part of the Guyana highland is in Venezuela. So Venezuela is over here, and it extends up to French Guiana. So French Guiana you can see over here, Venezuela to French Guiana. In Brazil, it covers the states of Roraima, Pará, and Amapá. So let us have a look of these three states: Roraima, Amapá, and Pará. So this includes this plateau, and downside we have the other plateau. So these two plateaus are famous over here. In Brazil, Pico de Neblina is the highest peak, which is on the border over here. You can have a look. This triangle means the peak. So its height is 3014 meters high, and it lies on the border between Brazil and Venezuela. So Venezuela is here, and this is Brazil, and on the border over here, this black color triangle is the peak, that is Pico de Neblina. The Brazilian highland, as you see in the picture, blue color over here, it slopes towards the north, and the tributaries of river Amazon flows from here. The region to the east and south of the Brazilian highland have an altitude of more than 1000 meters high. So over here the height of the Brazilian highland is 1000 meters high, but in other part the altitude is between 500 to 1000. So some part it is 1000 and the other part it is 500 to 1000 meters high. The highland gradually slope towards north and slopes are not very steep. So it slopes towards upward north side and the slopes are not very steep. The tributaries of Amazon flowing through this region make rapids and waterfall. Towards the north, the slopes are steep but not abrupt. Abrupt means they are not broken. A number of river takes off from the terminal portion of the highlands and flows northward to meet Atlantic Ocean. So have a look. So there are a number of rivers we could see over here. River Xingu is shown over here, and these rivers flows, they are the tributaries of river Amazon. They meet the river Amazon because this part is higher and 1000 meters high, and they tapers off towards Amazon River basin. Amazon River its altitude is 0 to 200, and therefore the water comes slowly and get mixed up with Amazon River, and finally it goes towards the North Atlantic Ocean. Some major rivers like Uruguay, Parana and Paraguay originate from the southern slope of the highland. So highland also slopes from this side, it comes over here towards the southern side. So this river flows, Parana, Uruguay and Paraguay flows towards the southern side, and finally they enter to Argentina. It slopes towards the east, is steep, and it appears in the form of an escarpment. So these three rivers flows towards the south, enters the Argentina, Uruguay, and then finally meets the South Atlantic Ocean. Let us begin. The next physiographic division is the Great Escarpment. Though it occupies a very small area, the nature of its slope and the effect it has on the climate makes a separate physiographic division. So because of the slope, because of the height, it makes a separate physiographic division, although the small region over here, but because of peculiarity of this height and peculiarity of the region, it makes this division separate. The eastern side of the highland is demarcated because of the escarpment. So escarpment is here, and towards the eastern side we have the Brazilian highland, which is demarcated over here. The this side Brazilian highland and escarpment. In this region, the altitude of escarpment is 790 meter. So the height over here is 790 meter. Therefore, when the trade wind blows from the South Atlantic Ocean towards the mainland Brazil, this great escarpment blocks this trade wind. The escarpment is very steep, particularly from Sao Paulo to Porto Alegre. The escarpment acts as a barrier to the southeast trade wind, giving rise to the rain shadow areas in the northeastern part of the highland. So please have a look of it. When the trade wind, that is which brings the moisture in the mainland Brazil, they are blocked over here, and this trade wind gives heavy rainfall towards the eastern side, towards the coastal region of the Brazil over here, and then trade wind also moves along the escarpment. They go in this way, and then they finally enters in the mainland on the Brazilian plateau and gives rainfall over here. Because of this, my dear student, the region to the north of this area towards this side, as the trade wind blows this way, enters the great escarpment, gets over here, they enters inside in the mainland and gives rainfall in this region. This part of the Brazil remains without rainfall, or the scanty rainfall takes place over here. Therefore, this part is called drought quadrilateral, or we in short we can also call this region is rain shadow region. It doesn't receive more rainfall. On the other hand, over here more rainfall, and the highest rainfall is received over here on the coastal region. In the next division, physiographic division, the coast. Brazil has a long coastline of about 7,400 meters, and we may divide this into two parts. So have a look over here. Amapá till Rio Grande do Norte, this part is considered as North Atlantic Ocean, and from Rio Grande Norte till the Great Escarpment, it is considered as South Atlantic Ocean. The northern coast is characterized by mouth of many rivers, including Amazon. So we can have a look over here, Amazon River. This is the mouth of river, and you can have a look here. This is the Maranhão Island. Then we also have a São Marco Bays over here. São Marco Bays. Maranhão Island is the largest coastal island located between the mouth of river Amazon and Tocantins. So river Tocantins flows from here, and river Amazon, and in between these two rivers, Maranhão Island is located. The eastern coast receives a large number of small rivers. From here, quite a many large numbers of small rivers are there. The major river flows towards the Atlantic Ocean is São Francisco. You can have a look over here. São Francisco River, which goes upward like this towards the northern side, and then it turns and meets the South Atlantic Ocean. The Brazilian coast is characterized by a large number of beaches. So there are quite a many beaches are here, and also sand dune complexes. The Brazilian coast is protected in some areas by coral reefs and atoll islands. So coral reefs and atoll islands, I have told you, they are formed because of the conches and shells of the creatures in the ocean. Their body becomes very hard. When they die, this forms small atolls. Small coral reefs. And atolls means, I have already told you, that circular water bodies along with the land around it. So this is called atoll islands. The next physical division is the plains. In Brazil, the plains are divided into two parts. That is, one is Amazon River Basin, that is the plain of Amazon River Basin, and second one is Parana-Paraguay River Basin. So here two plains, the green color we can see. The Amazon Basin is quite wide over here towards the western side. Its width is 1,300 kilometers. As you go towards the eastern side, it narrows, where the Guiana Highland and Brazilian Highland, this is the Brazilian Highland and Guiana Highland, where it comes together, then the width becomes 240 kilometers here. As the river approaches towards Atlantic Ocean, the width of the plain increases. Again here the width increases. Only where the Guiana Highland and the Brazilian Highland comes together, there the width is 240 kilometers. These are mostly forested region. All these region, green color, is mostly the forested areas, and largely inaccessible due to frequent flooding and dense undergrowth. So here constantly it gets flooded, this river. Why it gets flooded constantly throughout the year? Because this is an equatorial region, and in the equatorial region every day rainfall, rain takes place every day, and therefore constantly this river gets flooded. Secondly, because of this everyday rainfall, my dear student, trees grows very tall over here, and thick forest is grown. So it says that during the daytime the sunlight doesn't reaches on the ground, that much thick the forest is, and therefore there are no roads to go inside, and hence it is considered as inaccessible region. This forest is considered as the rainforest or tropical rainforest. That is because the equator passes from the middle of it, so and therefore it is called as tropical rainforest. Then we go to next plain, that is the Parana-Paraguay river basin. These both the river flows towards the south, and therefore this plain is considered as Parana-Paraguay basin. And in between here, Pantanal is one of the largest wetland found over here. So have a look of Pantanal over here, the largest wetland or swampy land, we can say. The next physical division is island. Besides the mainland, some islands are also included in Brazil. They can be classified into coastal island and marine island. Most of the coastal islands have formed due to deposition work. So river Amazon, you can have a look. It brings along with its water lot of silt, gravel, pebbles, and they get settled over here, and because of this the island is formed. It is called Marazzo Island. This is considered as coastal island. Marine islands were a part of the mainland. They are more than 300 kilometers away from the mainland of the Atlantic Ocean. So from here they are 300 kilometers away. These islands are mostly rocky, and they are the top of the submerged mountain. So earlier the mountains were there and they got submerged into the Atlantic Ocean, and their top can be seen in the form of island. These islands near the coast of South Atlantic Ocean are coral island, and they are called atolls. So here we can see 300 kilometers away, and they are submerged island, and they are also considered as atolls. Now, my dear student, we have completed the physiography of and physiographic divisions of India and Brazil. In the next part, we are going to see the drainage of Brazil and India. Till then, goodbye. Have a nice time.